Welcome to My Dreams channel. In this video we are going to see concepts related to the hydrogen spectrum. So again it's a combined topic for physics and chemistry. In chemistry we can see in first year syllabus in atomic structure. In chemistry we can see second year chapter book lo atoms chapter lo. So surely you will be gaining two questions if it is MSET examination both in physics and chemistry. రెండిటి పైన క్వశ్చన్ లేకుండా అసలు చాయిస్ ఏ ఉండదు. Whether in JEE and NEET surely one question will be based on the hydrogen spectrum. Please observe the language what I am using in the video. Why? Because examiner uses same language while questioning the things. Hydrogen spectrum. So everybody, the most important aspect is Bohr explained the spectrum of all the single electron species like hydrogen, helium plus and lithium plus 2, whereas he was unable to explain the spectrum of multi electron species. This is the only big success to him. At the same time this is the big failure to him right now. So Bohr explained one popular question. Bohr explained the spectrum of A option around He plus 2, lithium plus 2, beryllium plus 3, even sodium 10 plus also. Right? Why? Because hydrogen has one electron. Okay. Helium have two electrons. He plus means it already lost one electron. So He plus. Lithium, it have three electrons plus 2. It lost one electrons. A option undochu. Bohr explained the spectrum of all the multi-electron species. I mean which contains single electron. It did not explain multi. For example, Bohr did not explain the spectrum for helium, but he explained for helium plus. జాగ్రత్తగా చూసుకోవాలి ఎగ్జామ్లో. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద వన్ ఆఫ్ ద రెగ్యులర్ క్వశ్చన్. నౌ లెట్స్ సీ వాట్ ఈస్ ద స్పెక్ట్రమ్. దిస్ సింగల్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ will not stay in ground state, will move to the excited state sometimes. It may go to second orbit, third orbit, up to infinity. Then during its return journey it may come directly to the ground state or it may move to the other state. I mean stepwise or directly to the ground state. Now we will see what is the basic relations. Nu bar wave number is equal to 1 by lambda, that is equal to 1 by n1 square minus r into z square. This is the basic relation for the hydrogen spectrum. Nu bar stands for what? Wave number. What is this called as? Wave number. We know that lambda stands for wavelength. Lambda stands for wavelength. R stands for Rydberg constant. R ఏమంటాము? Rydberg constant. So n1 and n2 are orbit numbers. n1 and n2 are orbit numbers. Z is what? Atomic number. Z is what? Atomic number. R is the Rydberg constant whose value is 1.09 into 10 to the power 7 meter inverse. R is what? 1.09 into 10 to the power 7 meter inverse. 1 by R is equal to 911 angstroms. This will be useful for the calculation purpose. 1 by R is equal to 911 angstroms. Now tell me what is the basic relations of the hydrogen spectrum? Wave number, that is equal to reciprocal of wavelength, that be given as what? R into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square into z square. So this is the formula. Based on this you will see the problems. Now we categorize this hydrogen spectrum into totally 5 series. What is that 5 series? Now we'll have a look. Now the basic relation is nu bar is equal to r into, otherwise nu bar is equal to what we can write? 1 by lambda also, that is equal to r into 1 by n1 square into minus 1 by n2 square into z square. Now electron may come from any orbit to first orbit. If it comes from any orbit to first orbit, that is what orbit? It may come 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. It comes under what series now? Lyman series. It lies in which region? Ultraviolet region. So n1 is equal to 1 means n2 may be 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. It comes under which category of the series? Lyman series. It belongs to which region? Ultraviolet, UV region. n1 is equal to 2, n2 is equal to 3, 4, 5 up to infinity. That is Balmer series. That is Balmer series. It is what? Visible region. It is what? Visible region. n1 is equal to 3, n2 may be 4, 5, 6 up to infinity. Paschen series. It is called as what? Paschen series. It will be lying in the near IR region. If n1 is equal to 4, n2 is equal to, it may be 5, 6, 7 up to infinity. Bracket series. So that is IR region. That is IR region. If n1 is equal to 5, n2 is equal to 6, 7, 8 up to infinity. P fund. P is silent here, so we call it as fund series for IR. This series everybody knows, even intermediate first year student knows about this series, right? No issue. From any orbit to, if it comes to first orbit, it is called Lyman. If it comes to second orbit, it is called Balmer series. If it comes to third orbit, it is called Paschen. If it comes to fourth orbit, it is called Brackett series. If it comes to fifth orbit, it is called Fund or P Fund series. This is not at all the questioning area. How the examiner uses the questioning area. First line of any series is called as what? Largest wavelength. First line of any series will be largest wavelength of that series. Largest line or largest wavelength line. Largest wavelength. First line. For example, calculate the largest wavelength of Balmer series. Means first line n1 is equal to 2. Balmer means what? n1 is equal to 2. n2 should be equal to what? 3. Why? Because 3 is called first line. First line is otherwise called as what? Largest wavelength line. Now let's see Lyman series. First line means 2 to 1. First line means where to where? 2 to 1. Second line means 3 to 1. Third line means 4 to 1. Similarly, Balmer series, first line means 3 to 2. Second line means 4 to 2. Fifth line means 5 to 2. Similarly, like this it goes on. First line, second line, third line, fourth line. In the first line place, what we can otherwise call as alpha line. Second line, beta. Third line, gamma. Fourth line, it is called delta line. First line is called alpha line. Second line is beta. Third line is gamma. Fourth line is delta line. But largest wavelength means it doesn't matter. First line of any series. If you are supposed to calculate largest wavelength of Paschen series. Paschen series. So n1 is equal to 3. So first line. So largest means first line. So n2 is equal to what now? 4. So this is how you will calculate the largest wavelength. Similarly, if n2 is equal to infinity, any series, that is called as what? Series limit. That is called as what? Series limit or shortest wavelength, or what we'll call it as shortest wavelength. Calculate the shortest wavelength of Brackett series. Calculate the shortest wavelength of Brackett series. n1 is equal to 4. n2 is infinity. They may use the word shortest wavelength or they may use the word what? Series limit. Shortest wavelength or series limit. This is how the examiner focus on the questions. Ilaga aduta ratios. You are supposed to find the ratio of largest wavelength to shortest wavelength. Otherwise calculate simply largest wavelength or simply calculate the shortest wavelength or first line wavelength, second line, third line, fourth line. This will be the one sure questioning area. Along with this thing, one more questioning area, number of spectral lines. Number of spectral lines is given by the equation. Number of spectral lines is given by n into n minus 1 by 2. Means from which orbit it is coming. From which orbit it is coming. All students look at the question very carefully. Why? Because sometimes they will not give orbit numbers. They will be giving excited state. If they told it entered into the third excited state. Third excited state means which orbit? Fourth orbit. Third excited ante fourth orbit. Fourth excited ante fifth orbit. Second excited ante third orbit. Examiner may use the language in such format also. So in this video, have you observed topic? It is not at all difficulty. We all know the topic from the basics of the chemistry part. But important thing is that how examiner approaches the questions. This is the language how examiner approaches the questioning areas. Right? In the next video, we will see the problems based on this thing. Thank you for watching. For more videos, please subscribe to the channel. All the best for the intermediate exams for all the second year going on students. Thank you.